right, joining us this morning is Terrence Kerner from Atlantic Constructors and Audrey Dubon, the marketing director for the American Heart Association, because we are talking the 2025 Heart Ball. I'm so excited to be the MC for the third year in a row.
Absolutely. So thank you both so much for joining us this morning. If you could just explain for someone at home who doesn't know, what is the Heart Ball?
Well, the Heart Ball is a celebration of a year's worth of work to improve the health of the community. So we can bring together hundreds of philanthropists and advocates to celebrate the work that we're doing and really just have a fun night.
It is a very fun night, and every year there's a different Heart Ball chair. And Terrence, this year you're the Heart Ball chair. Why did you take this job on? Because it is a big job. And what is the personal connection you have to the American Heart Association?
Sure, Matt. Thank you for having us. Cardiovascular disease and stroke has certainly affected my family personally, but being in the construction industry, I see the high risk of construction workers, long hours, stressful, not the best nutrition necessarily, maybe tobacco use, and I see the risk, and we want to bring awareness to that.
And it really is important for sure.
Absolutely, and I was just going to say, can you explain what some of the risks are? Why should people care about this?
Yeah, I mean, heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and that certainly applies here in Virginia. So we are trying to raise awareness among the populations that are most at high risk. So things like diet, things like getting out and moving, all are important to heart health.
And Terrence, how is the planning been going this year? Because it's a full year commitment. You started the day after last year's Heart Ball with your team.
We did. We hit it hard by September of last year. We bring our executive leadership team together, which is made up of leaders in the community, business leaders. We hit it hard with something called Hard Hats for Heart in October with a very construction-focused awareness event. And then we worked through the holidays, and here we are now getting close to the event, still trying to get to our goal, and excited for the event.
And how can businesses get involved with this?
So our executive leadership team reaches out through the community, through businesses, to sponsor at various levels through the event. So it brings a lot of our business leaders together in the room that night. So, yeah.
You know, we've talked a lot about what the Heart Ball is, how business is, but when is it, and are tables still available, I guess is the other big question, because it is such an event.
Yes, it's Saturday, April 12th, 6 p.m. at Main Street Station downtown. So lots of fun that night, and yes, tables are still available. We're asking for sponsorships or individual gifts to be able to come and attend the night. And all the money raised, of course, goes to a great cause.
And I guess the big question is, how much money are you trying to raise? What is the goal for this year?
We're hoping to get to 1.5 million. That's our plan. We're getting close. So
wow, that's an exceptional goal for sure. Yeah. And so, if what would you say to businesses watching us right now that are kind of teetering? Maybe I want to join in. What would you entice them to do?
So, as I said earlier, cardiovascular disease and stroke affects all of us, whether it's our home family or our work family. Much of what we do, the efforts come back to this area through the form of grants. And the Heart Ball itself is a great way for us to say thank you to our sponsors, to get a lot of leadership in the room. With 800 plus people in the room, it's the best networking event there is in Richmond.
And how can people get involved, find out more information about you?
They can visit heart.org/RVA Heartball or reach out to us at heart.org/Virginia, and we would love to talk to people about the Heart Ball.
That sounds like a great time. I can't wait to see you both there. I'm going to bring a special guest with me again this year, because she came out of it and goes, can I come back next year?
Literally, before we left, I'm like, we can come back next year.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is such a great time. Thank you so much, Terrence and Audrey, for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
And again, the Richmond Heart Ball coming up in just about a month and a half. We'll see you there, Main Street Station. We'll be right back.